Alright, everyone, welcome to ShiniLair's Tomb of Annihilation. Yay, I guess. That's
Yay.
not,
Yay!
we are...
You know it's bad when you know you're going to die. I know Hank is going to die.
Hank will live.
Just for the the sake of the recording's just information. This is in continuous timeline with the former Curse of Strahd campaign. It is does take place in Forgotten Realms, approximately 20 years after the events of the Curse of Strahd campaign, with mostly the same group of players. But it is now in the events of the Tomb of Annihilation, and just for another record, we'll have one player that is operating under a temporary character, and then he will be gone for a few weeks, but he will be back. Did not make him just play an NPC. He'll be back with his full character once his thing is completed. But we want to make sure he was here for the first session.
I'm the least favorite child, so I don't get a character.
No, you do. You just...
You'll play a rotating string of NPCs.
You just pick up a new NPC every mission, and it's just like, oh no, if he dies, darn it. Oh.
Yeah. And remember, you don't get to level up.
Every time we meet a new NPC in the woods, you unlock them.
Yeah. Hello, this is D&D Genshin Impact. And
everybody open your boxes and find out who you're playing.
Yeah.
Oh no, this pull is real bad.
Yeah. Anyway, into the storm. You switch before I forget, and it went back to the DM screaming again. Damn it.
Why do this?
Why do you do this to me? Boy. Let's refresh that real quick.
Oh boy.
Oh. Why did you do that? Checking.
Okay, whose character is everyone most excited to meet? I know mine.
That's an interesting question.
Mine is this mystery hooded, maybe snake lizard guy.
Yeah, just a little guy.
Super. I won't say suspicious. Just I want to know. I want to know more.
Okay. There we go.
I need to know more about this edgy lad.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for that delay real quick. Okay, so
me.
So to the party, do you want to all list off your characters and just let people and the players know now, or you'll all be showing up immediately at the same place simultaneously?
Why don't we?
I defer to you guys.
In character. That'd be a fun way to do this.
Okay.
Okay. I think we should just let it happen.
Okay. All right. So, all of you have almost believe, if I'm remembering right, all of you have received letters from a former adventurer and current merchant, Sindra Sylvain, inviting you to come to a house in her manor in Baldur's Gate for a particular expedition. From what you know, it involves going into Cholt, but further details will be discussed, and with all of your various reasons for going, you come upon her house in the upper city. This is going swimmingly already. Here we go. Ah, yes, here's totally the map that I made, just for this. Not really, I reskinned one, but...
What a scandal!
Look, there's only so much I'm willing to do for a roleplay map. There was already,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
there was already a map in existence that was.
I feel my expectations have been betrayed.
Not worth it, he said.
This is great.
Well. Anyway, you all approximately show up at the same time. You would have been let in by staff into the main hallway. But as you, everyone roll a d20.
Yay!
Yay! Rolling. Yeah. Heh.
Really?
Haven't rolled above an 11 yet. Yo.
Alright.
Wow.
You're just straight up taking a nap and forget about the meeting.
Hey man, best for last, okay?
Yeah.
So the first character to show up, the staff lets you in and into the main hall of this house is it Philo? Is that correct? Or is it Philo? Philo, okay. Philo steps into the house, followed by Inez.
It looks like Inez.
Inez, is it? What is it?
Inez, you're all right the first time.
Okay.
Oh no, that's just me.
Okay. And then
Like immediately turns over and for reference when everybody walks in to see Philo, he's dressed in very, very obvious like scholarly wizard clothes, except for the fact that he has a 5-foot warhammer on his back that is 1.5 feet taller than him.
Of course.
Okay. Interesting.
Compensation for something.
I'm probably significantly taller than you, standing around 5'9", 5'10"-ish. Wearing like some dark black cloth clothes that cover most of my body. You can see the hilt of a long sword peeking out of my jacket. With a pretty well stocked looking adventurer's pack hitched to my back. He kind of looks down at you, and sizes you up with these large, empty, green eyes. You'll also notice that there are 2 slots in the back of his jacket that appear to have been cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you and be like, huh. Interesting fella, huh? You must have gotten a letter too.
Indeed, I did. I didn't realize there would be others here.
Yeah, we're gonna see more than just us. Feeling that this is not gonna be a one-person job like I'm used to. Huh. Okay. And like Philo just kind of like keeps walking in, like it's nothing.
Inez will hold his stance for a couple more seconds and let Philo pass. And after Philo's 5 or 10 feet ahead of him, he'll follow.
okay. Coming behind.
We're supposed to be going. Like someone let us in and like pointed out we're supposed to go here.
They right now they want you to just wait in this hall until everyone arrives. They haven't said
Amazing
where to go yet. So after that would be Liam.
Oh gosh, there it goes. Entering next would be this little guy. He's got his hood's drawn up, and you can see some spectacles on the very tip of his white snoot. He's got a lot of green freckles on what pale, scaly skin you can see. He's got a big old tail. He's got a cute green scarf. He's got a shovel, a lantern, some other general pretty handy adventuring gear. He's clutching his little letter as he walks in, looks around at you two. Is like, oh gosh, you guys seem very well equipped for this job. Pardon me. waddling in here.
He waddles.
We know what this job is yet.
He's got tiny little leggies. Well, I'm glad.
But I guess if there's more, if it's the three of us or maybe more, there's a reason for that. So that could be. Huh? I'm wondering what this is now.
Oh, you don't know? He'll like adjust his glasses and squint. He doesn't have to like lean far to look down at Philo because he's only 5 feet tall. He's just a little guy.
Yeah, like the Warhammer is definitively taller than you, and it's a little weird. You're like,
Right, it's
like
a
you
little.
look at Philo, but there's a gigantic like Warhammer that's taller. And you're like, huh?
Right? It's hard to tell, one, because his face is so weird looking, and two, because his face is mostly hidden, but he looks pretty impressed by this large hammer.
Inez looks at you
know.
very suspiciously.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't catch either of your names. I didn't even give an introduction. I'm so sorry. My name's Liam. It's a pleasure to meet. Do we do handshakes? He'll like hold both out.
Pickwick, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure. He'll like give both your hand a little shake with his. He's got little hands.
Inez will not move to shake your hand, but he will introduce himself.
I love it.
He will awkwardly like put his hands down, like give the kind of like arm up at the
Shake the
elbow
air.
wave, like so nice to meet you.
Alright, behind Liam is... Right, not him. I almost said the other name. Hank the Tank.
He who should not be named.
Our local basic Chad, I don't know.
Motherfucker is a basic Chad. Let's go.
So, dude.
Saw, bro.
Turns around. Wow, what a heroic looking fellow.
I wish I said that. I pictured him like that. But no, instead, actually, who you see come in is a very old man, still in like in his uniforms, the helmet and the armor and everything, carrying a shield that seems to just weigh his shoulders down, and a spear that he seems to lean very heavily on, almost like a walking stick. And I guess as he's coming in, he's speaking to whoever's on the outside, like, and he has like very, very bushy eyebrows, small eyes, so all you see is eyebrows and nose hairs, and like he's an old man.
You brought a crusty fossil to the archaeological adventure. Thank you.
I'm like, so right in here? Okay. And I get about as far as the door before it looks like I'm exhausted.
Oh no, do you need a hand?
I'll be all right. I just lean on my spear a little bit more. So I guess this is a group I'm babysitting. Nice to meet you all. And he gives like one very brisk and short general half circle wave.
Just the classic like hand in the air, quick spin. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Leo will like adjust his little glasses and be like, well, I don't know about babysitting, but I certainly appreciate the help. You look also quite well armed. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I was I was an adventurer. I couldn't even keep it.
Oh my god.
How dare you and bless you.
I couldn't even do it. I couldn't do it. A sudden cough attack, a fit of cough catches him before he gets to finish his sentence.
Okay. Inez will look at you and he'll say, "Have you ever been to Chult?"
Oh yeah. I'm posted here. This is the
not
gig.
Chult.
Oh no. Okay. Shoot. I've been there. I've been posted there. Could take you guys to all the local spots. Ask me anything you want to know.
What's the wildest creature you've ever seen out there?
You see his eyebrows kind of like furrow. They have some real weird looking ducks.
No, I know what you're talking about. No, that's funny. I like that.
And Philo's like, huh. Do they have, what's, so many questions, so little time. We'll save those. And, like, you see him, like, go, like, he's sitting over there, like, kind of flipping through a book a little bit. Like, he knows about Schultz in, like, that it exists, but he's a classic, like, you know, scholarly guy. So he's got a book that somebody once wrote that has, like, a small section on Schultz that he's just, like, looking through. And he's, like, trying to figure out what the hell you're talking about with the weird duck.
I look at everyone's gear, or at least the two of you that are really well equipped, and you will maybe notice that he is woefully ill prepared. And I just like
No.
I pat down my armor, not knowing if they even have pockets. I'm like, they didn't tell me. I thought everything was gonna be. Did you guys bring that yourselves?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry, we'll look after you.
Boss is gonna be upset. All right.
Hidan, you then come through the door.
Alright. Hidan is a elf, so he's got the elf ears. He's got a big scratch mark scar across his face with the green eyes. And he stands 6'2". Very, very, I want to say not tattered, but definitely worn clothes. Like he doesn't particularly live anywhere. He seems like he kind of moves around. But he was a posthumous elf back in his time. So he still walks around kind of nose in the air. But he has this hood that kind of covers most of his face, so you kind of really only see from the bottom of his nose down. He walks in and he looks at everyone and he's, oh, for Christ's sakes. I didn't know there was going to be other people. I told them I could do this all on my own.
Oh, are you?
Anybody anything? But I think we're all a little surprised to find out there's more here. But
I wasn't, but I mean, you know, I'm glad we're all here together now.
That's certainly fair. I just Something tells me there's going to be a lot of questions answered. Out of curiosity, everybody here, I don't know, except for maybe you over there, Mr. Old Guy, you all got a letter, right? It's not just me.
Liam is still holding it.
Like prepped and ready.
I think that's the reason Philo asks, because he sees Liam has one, and he's like, what were you all told this was? Because if there's 5 of us, I'm pretty aware that there's a reason, that there's more than one reason that I'm here. But you all seem to be here for something too.
I mean, the letter, and he's like adjusting his glasses, he pulls it up again to reference. Says that there's an expedition being organized. I'd assumed that we were all here as part of that. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't assume.
No, I think that we all got that part correct.
Oh, wonderful.
I guess I'm wondering that things, man, you know what, I don't know you. This feels like it might be a little bit of an intrusion. We're not going to worry about that right now.
Oh my goodness.
Alright.
And then he's just gonna kind of be quiet in the corner.
As you talk, you are then ushered forward or by a servant. And a little bit of a background of what's been going on in recent days. As you are move forward to what's going to be the den on the right side. For the past several days, the talk of the streets and the taverns all across Faerun has been about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding toward the death they once denied. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised. Neither can anyone else, regardless whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. Temples of scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain the curse that has affected the entire region and possibly the entire world, as these events can somewhat linger in the back of your heads or not, depending on what your opinion is on it, I guess. But as you move forward, the uniform attendant leads you into the room to the right, over here, and ushers you into a wood-paneled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets and bottles of wine. The darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks, shelves, and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled-up maps and charts. A person is seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. You can't discern a gender, because only the person's head emerges from under heavy blankets draped over the chair, and an embroidered hood and a silver mask conceal the wearer's face. Let's see, I got an image for you. Lock. This is the image. This is the person you see.
Oof.
Ooh.
In all Kingdom of Heaven in here. But, where's this? Even the person's dry, raspy voice provides no clue. Help yourself to wine and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I can call you that. Oh, reveal her map. There she is. As she gestures towards the wine over in the corner.
Philo goes and grabs a glass of wine for sure.
Inez will continue to stand near the door.
Liam will take a glass out of politeness.
Philo's like, you can tell, like, when Philo goes to sit down, he, like, unstraps the gigantic warhammer and, like, sets it down next to him, and like, it makes a very loud thud as it hits. And, like, he tries his best to not draw attention to it, but, like, clearly can't do it as well as he hoped he would.
Mm.
As you get settled, she begins to, or she continues talking. As your letters as you may have assumed, I am Censure Sylvain, the one that sent you all those letters. I am a former adventurer in my youth. These days I am but a merchant. But while I was an adventurer, I was killed in a quest, but was resurrected by one of my companions.
Oh, good heavens.
Huh.
Well, after that, and even after getting over the initial effects of resurrection sickness, I was in perfect health, but as you may have heard of the rumored death curse, I have also fallen ill from whatever this is. The death... I honestly don't know how much longer I have. It eats away at me day by day. I grow weaker and weaker. It will not be long before I perish, and no relief from any of the clerics, no matter how strong their magic.
But though what is said on the streets, as the rumors of it referred to as the death curse, I have additional information that I was able to get from some of my friends in the Hoppers. They found through other sources which many included archwizards and even some lich, have said that what this is causing this curse is called the Soulmonger, a necromantic artifact, which we believe to be somewhere hidden in the in the jungles of Chult. Yes, whatever this is, it appears to be affecting souls. Whether they be the souls of those who have passed but were brought back, and even souls that have passed recently. Apparently, from the sources that were liches, the liches can't even gather souls into their own phylacteries, as something is absorbing them before they can be collected. This of course is one of the reasons why the lich contacts have been cooperative. They want this gone just as much as anyone. But it is rumored amongst the lich, though not confirmed, that they believe the Soulmonger may be part of a plot by the Archlich Asarak. Though he is, of course, as elusive as he is, has, of course, not claimed any responsibility for it. But they suspect it's him. They believe that only he is capable of doing something so widespread. With it being in Chult, the peninsula to the southwest of here is ringed with mountains and is choked with rainforests. Enormous beasts, savage goblins, and armies of the undead prowl its jungles and ruins. Mapping the place has been nigh impossible, and nothing is known about the region's current geography beyond the few miles from the coast. As if you would like to look, she points to a map that's laid out in front of her. I will reveal what that map is. Some of you saw it session 0, but I gotta reveal it again because I've made some interactive modifications with it.
Oh.
That will come into play later. Hopefully it does not. Okay, yeah. Well, that's why. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that loads for everyone because it was a slightly larger file, but.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have been successful.
Alright, cool.
My computer is on fire.
Oh boy, well, alright. We'll be continuing next week with Fantasy Grounds Classic. This for those in the recordings reference, this is the second time I have tried using Fantasy Grounds Unity. The last time was in campaign 1.5 where it failed horribly. But that was a year ago. Give me another chance. So far in all the testing it's been good.
Nothing has actually been lit on fire, I hope.
Yes. We don't have a player
Yeah.
who is repeatedly crashing their whole computer, and I mean fully crashing the computer. That happened last time. No blue screen, just...
No, nothing is broken yet. Plenty of time for that, though.
Yeah, but as she, this map that contains a lot of blocked out areas, As you can see, this is only a partial map of Cholt. This is everything that I've managed to gather amongst various adventurers that are in my contact list. This is the most complete map that I am aware of Cholt. Given how much is unknown, it is very likely that the Soulmonger is somewhere deep in the uncharted areas. But though clues of it may exist in other parts of Cholt. When the job at hand that I have brought you for, all here together for, is this. I will take you all to Cholt, specifically Port Nyanzaru, where I will be staying. For the time being, the hot weather will hopefully be better for my condition, and it will give me a front row seat and easy access to me should you need it. As I will be staying in the port. But from there, you must explore out into Cholt in search of the Soulmonger. Unfortunately, I cannot give much other clues on where it's at, but it is unlikely that something like this could have gone completely unnoticed by every native of Cholt. Someone in the jungle is likely to know something and may lead you to clues that can hopefully reveal where it's at. Once you get there, once you find it, you must find a way to deactivate it and end its curse on the world. And freeing all those who, like myself, are slowly being eaten away by it.
Ray, that's a lot to ask of us. He's like thinking about it, looking down at the map.
Yes, I understand. It is quite a large favor to ask amongst all of you. I specifically reached out to all of you because I heard that you had particular interest or alternative reasons for going to Cholt, and I believe that while searching the jungle that you can also work towards your ulterior motives in tandem with this.
Indeed, I was promised a location.
Yes. In regards to you, Inez, in terms of the Swin sisters, I do not know their exact locations, but from the sources amongst the Harpers, believe that they are working directly with those that created the Soulmonger. In search of the Soulmonger is likely to bring you clues to where they are hiding. I know that it's not much to go off of. I apologize for this, but that is as much as I know is that they are in league with whatever's happening.
Everybody will notice kind of on their own, like that when she brings up the things that are being talked about with, like, he's very bad at hiding it, but that Philo is very much like, oh, are we about to have this conversation? Oh no, that's not good. Oh no. Like, you can kind of like feel that he's a little nervous about having to go through the conversation of like why we're all here.
But I would, in the off chance that the Swin sisters are not in the same location as the Soulmonger, I give the same advice when it comes to tracking for clues. Search ruins, ask the locals, see if any reports of hags are around. The locals will likely know more than I. As a lot of my direct knowledge of Cholt is 20 years old at best. When I was last there.
Well, I'll find them. I know that place, the jungle, as well as anyone.
I wish you luck. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, the one that I have here, I think, is kind of important. What? All the readings that exist on this Chult place are quite vague, as I'm sure you'll understand. Exactly how are we supposed to know and or navigate any of this? This feels like it's really a lot.
You will have to do likely a lot of potentially blind exploration. In terms of additional information, this is simply what is mapped. There are several guides in Port Nyanzaru that a friend of mine will know who to send to talk about that you'll meet when we get there. That many of them have made careers traveling through Chult. Their knowledge may not be on maps, but they can take. But amongst the guides, I suspect a lot of what is missing on this map is known in kind of informal knowledge to the guides. But like I said, there are civilizations out there in Chult. The only human one being Port Nyanzaru, but there are several others out there. For example, Kirsabal.
She points on the map.
That is a civilization of Arikakra. They fly all around the areas of Chult, and they know many locations. If you could make it there, they could potentially help fill in the gaps in some areas. Same goes for Camp Vengeance. I know that is currently occupied by members of the Order of the Gauntlet. Also, there's Fort Belleran. As your friend Hank here should at least be somewhat aware, it is a Flaming Fist outpost.
And give another half circle wave.
All of these are we should have people that regularly venture out and can hopefully fill in some of the gaps for you, or at least head you in the right direction.
Okay, like I said, you're coming in and you're asking a bunch of people. I kind of look around and kind of look at the faces of everyone when they're talking about Chult, and it's clearly the people here don't at least I know for a fact that me and Liam, and I'm guessing Hidan's got the stone face and Inez doesn't really react to it either, and I'm just because I'm looking at me and Liam and I'm we don't know shit about this, and you're yeah, go solve this curse problem, and it's huh. Yeah, okay, well, I guess that's part of the adventuring thing. Alright, yeah, okay. And, Philo kind of, once again, puts his head down, this is gonna be so much more.
I understand the hesitation. Believe me, I don't mean to discourage you, but you were not the first ones I asked.
Right, you do strike me as incredibly desperate, no offense.
Yes, but
has literally anything been learned about this death curse, as you call it? At all? Anything at all?
Other than what I've told you, nothing else.
Huh. Well, that's a lot.
Unfortunately,
to not know.
Unfortunately, the adventurers that I had asked before and sent before you, I have lost contact with them.
What a nice way to put it, they died.
Well, we can't be sure of that. What would
No,
their
they're
names
dead.
have been?
They're dead. They're for sure dead.
What
I don't-
what exactly is in it for us if we take on this
Yes.
seemingly massive undertaking?
Yes, that is a fair question to ask. Aside from your secondary personal missions that you are all more than welcome to search while on this expedition, I can promise all of you, on completion of this, each a magic item of your choice. I have immense connections, and within reason, I can get you a magic item that you require.
Only question I have about this, and this feels maybe a little bit too much in the moment. If you die, do we still get that? Because I don't know how long this is going to take, but you unfortunately don't look super healthy.
Everything involving what you will need, including payment even if I pass. I have given all that information to Wakanga in Port Nyanzaru. Should I pass, he will have the information, and he will have the contacts needed to get you your magic item should I not survive.
Okay, that's all I needed. Thank you. That's good info to have.
Yes, I understand. I would not make this promise with the expectation of dying before cashing it out.
Right, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, and again, it's not that I don't like or don't trust you, but also if somebody who's dying comes to me and says, do this thing, it could take a while. Nobody's got an answer. And then, they're like, thanks for helping. Ears prick up everywhere on me.
Oh, don't mind him, young lady. And I hobble over and bring her a glass of wine as well. You're looking in great shape.
Don't lie.
There's a creepy fucking voice from the corner, like, huh? Oh, yeah,
Who said that?
Pipes on you.
I forgot you over there.
My one thing is everybody seems to be asking all types of questions, but is anybody actually wondering, is this not a trap? How do you know that she's not with the people? How do you know she's not feeding us to whatever this warmonger is?
Well, first, and he'll push his glasses up. We would just have to die anywhere. She doesn't have to make us go to the jungle for that.
Also, it's the soulmonger.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
I mean, my feeling on this, and you feel free to correct me if I'm way off base here, is that this problem is hurting everybody in Chult. Is there a legitimate fear that it's going to spread outside of Chult?
It already has.
Yeah. Look at her.
It is worldwide.
Well, so I'm not necessarily the person who's generally on the path of we gotta do good things to protect people, but I like magic, and magic has been quite good to me. And if part of magic is just no longer working, that's something we should probably at least consider looking into. I don't know how you all feel, but that feels a little terrifying to me.
I would feel better if your warhammer wasn't taller than you.
Oh, don't worry about that just yet.
I know exactly why I'm doing this. This is my retirement plan, boys and girls.
Oh God.
So
Philo immediately ducks and is like, "Where's the shots? Where's the shots?"
wait, don't look at me like that. I plan to make it. They
Of
promised
course,
me.
of course.
They promised me a 200% raise on my my retirement funds if
Oh
I
my
do this
goodness.
last task.
That's
I literally lean
incredible.
over to Liam and just go, he's gonna die first. I know it.
It's very likely.
How old are you, old man?
Oh.
A finger of death spell just goes up and touches, and a dude in a cloak just runs out of the room.
I don't consider myself old. I'm just well seasoned.
Well, how seasoned are
Of
you?
course, sir.
Yes,
Whatever we say to help ourselves sleep at night.
Here's the reality of the situation is, we don't know a lot about each other, and part of the problem we're going to face here, and there appears to be a couple of you in the back who are not going to be real forthcoming on information, so I'm not going to push you on it. I think we should at least have a conversation about some stuff before we go, because if we're all supposed to work together, we should actually work together.
Oh, I'd like that.
I'm just suggesting here. I know it's not ideal, but it's the problem we're facing right now.
I'm sure there will be plenty of time on the boat.
Yeah, I care less about getting to know you all than to make sure that no one's going to stab me while I'm sleeping. Does that make sense, Mr. I have 2 little slits in the back of my jacket?
Oh no, do you think he's
They're
been
big
stabbed
slits.
before?
I should say they're like large slits,
Oh no.
like a foot long. No, okay, about a foot long.
Yeah, I look at like 2 gigantic slits in the back of his jacket, and immediately, I'm like, I just want to make sure I don't end up dead while I'm sleeping. Like,
I took this jacket off my best friend. No. That's it. He'll look at you and he'll say, I have no interest in killing you.
I don't care enough about you to kill you.
Oh
The jungle
goodness,
looks
that's a
sharp.
relief.
Salt will do that just fine.
well, that's a pick-me-up that I needed, that the jungles of Chult are gonna kill me. Great, yeah,
I mean, something will get you one day.
I accept. I will see you on the boat. And then Inez is going to leave the room.
No, don't. A boat's not necessary, actually.
Really?
Huh?
Are you all ready to actually depart this instant?
Are you about to tell us we're about to teleport?
Perhaps.
Don't worry, guys. I've
Should we be
teleported
standing for
100
this?
times.
She begins.
I don't.
She begins to kind of.
Okay, yeah, sure.
shamble
Uh-huh.
up. She stands up.
Yes, please gather around me.
As
Will
you
do.
as she
One
begins,
quick-
I'm trying to offer like advice, quote with air quotes. Alright, so the trick is, guys, you gotta bend your knees to get ready for the new terrain, and it'll jump up on you. So
Ugh. Liam will like squat.
But are you sure that you're the best person to be telling us this? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Are you gonna be okay to teleport?
I've done this
you look
100 times
stiff
before.
wind- Oh, okay. I'm just double checking here because you look like a stiff wind is gonna kill you, and that scares me.
well, the faster we get this done, the faster I can retire.
Yeah, you will retire.
So
I know, right? I already picked out a spot. It's gonna be great. I'm glad you believe in me.
For no
Yeah,
reason at all, sir. What spot would that be?
Philo's like standing up, and he's definitively gonna go over to Hidan and be like, "That dude's dead, right? Like for sure."
I haven't even thought anything about him living. He won't last long at all.
Okay. I'm glad it's not just me hearing him say that and being like, this is not good. Not good. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm ready. We can do this. Let's do this.
Luckily, there shouldn't be any complications. I am quite familiar with the port.
I always hate. Oh no!
she begins casting the spell, which encompasses all around you as arcane sigils come on, or appear in front of you, and everything goes white. And then the mishap table that does damage kills you all.
Well,
New game.
It's like all right. So in this dark room by the fireplace, it all goes white, and for the briefest of moments, you just feel weightless, and you but yet see nothing, hear nothing, feel nothing. You begin to question whether you exist in a Rick and Morty fashion, and but you suddenly your feet hit solid ground, and you appear in a tropical city under a blazing sun. I will show you the map of
I will show you your tomb.
Port Nyanzaru.
As we pop up, Hidan's just like, I dated this wizard once. This witch. I hate that shit.
Hell, that was an experience.
Oh, this is where we are.
I think Liam kind of like wobbles to gain his balance again before his tail kind of like sways and he gets it. It's like, oh, whoa.
I would have thought you would have used the tail as a tripod. You would have just used it to catch yourself.
That would have been the smarter thing.
Touche.
All right, welcome to. I'll put the Schultz in that. Welcome to Port Nyanzaru. The only human civilization that has survived. Jolt. Right. Looking out in the shining city, the familiar sounds of a harbor, creaking ropes, slapping waves, heavy barrels rolling across cobblestone, mingle with voices shouting and cursing in an unfamiliar language filled with clicks, inhalations, and sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma of unfamiliar spices and tropical fruit mixed with the wharfside smells of fish, tar, and canvas. Beyond all that, Port Nyanzaru is an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of green and orange. Quick second, where are you? If I need... There we go. Okay. Bright shades of blue, green, orange, salmon, and salmon pink. Or their walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. Every building sports baskets and clay urns of colorful flowers, or is draped in leafy, flowery vines. Minstrels in bright clothing, adorned with feathers and smells, perform on the street corner. You see many of them. It's a mix of humans and tabaxis. Tabaxis of very tropical cat-like skins, kind of like think leopards, jaguars. Multicolored pennants of sun awnings flutter atop the city walls. A crowd of children dressed in feathery hats and capes races past you, squealing in delighted terror as the street performer costume as a big-toothed lizard stomps and roars behind them. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing. So I'll give you a couple of visuals to kind of see what some of the people show like. So those you do see some Arakakra from time to time. However, they would look different from a lot of the Arakakra you would see in the mainland Faerun. Here's one. This is kind of what they tend to be. They tend to be very tropical birds. Think parrots, and
Parrot burbs.
and peacocks. Let's see. The humans. Oh, wait a minute. Where are you? Races of shells. Here we go. This is kind of what the human attire tends to look like. The people speaking in our Chultans, speaking in kind of our world terms, they tend to look somewhat of a in our world to be kind of like an African descent. But here's kind of like some examples of their clothings. A lot of it, well, you notice that despite it's very hot, they wear a lot of very thick clothing that covers a lot of their body. They don't seem to expose a whole lot of skin. Just in general, maybe you'll see their arms and their faces, but
just like Liam.
Yeah. And you may wonder why, wondering why they would wear such heavy clothing in such dense or in such a hot climate. You suddenly realize why, as many insects begin to swarm around you.
I will apply some insect repellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I imagine I don't have any yet, but I'm definitely like, oh, that's gonna be a problem.
Oh, well, goodness.
Yes, all of you imagine Florida at its worst.
Oh.
That's not hard.
One of you knows firsthand. You can tell us right now how it. Are there mosquitoes down there this time of year?
No, they're here, but there are definitely less of them because it's a little cooler.
They are long dead where I'm at. If they're alive, what the hell?
Yeah, they're still around here.
Yeah, I don't have any mosquitoes here either.
Hank picks himself up off the ground.
Wait, what? You were on the ground?
Yeah, homie just straight fell over. I'm pretty.
Yeah, you look over, he's on the ground. You didn't see him fall, you didn't hear him fall. He's just on the ground. He picks himself up and starts squatting.
Here's what some of the tabaxi you see kind of look like. The like the minstrels.
I'm going to. Okay, I'll look at the rest of you and I'll say, I need to visit the stables before I depart.
The stables?
Yes, before you all, before we go our separate ways, if we could just make it over to a friend of mine's house, and he can help. You'll see where I'm staying, and he can assist you with a few things, and then you are free to go on your expedition.
Oh God! Glad she's not around a lot. She's drying my throat out. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab some
I
water.
think this will be the best option. I think. I really don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little lost right now, and that's interesting. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know.
Have you killed anything before?
Many, many, many things.
I would like to make an insight check.
Roll it into the tower.
Roll.
We're playing Strahd rules. It's
Oh, yo.
Love the tower.
Tower's great.
and Philo, roll what you think is your appropriate skill.
Me think this is probably. Yeah, this is probably.
Persuasion or
this.
deception?
Yeah.
You get the impression that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
I had to kill some stuff too. It was a combat. Am I right?
Many years, huh, sir?
It was like this giant rat, and the farmers they had an issue. They complained. We showed up. But it was hard.
Sounds dreadful. I'm so sorry.
It was really big.
I'm assuming you're all walking and talking about this.
Yeah,
Yeah, very much so.
Just standing here at the port, like.
Take up
He's like,
we catch up to me still trying to convince them how big this rat
but
was.
So tell me more about this
It
rat.
was so big, so big.
I'm telling you, it was like this big, and his hands are like maybe 4 inches apart. Like,
Okay, so it wasn't like a giant rat. It was just
no, it was a rat.
As you're
So
walking
you're a
through
glorified whack catcher.
as you're walking through the city, you begin to see many different beasts. However, you notice that unlike Baldur's Gate, where you just came from, there you do not see the typical animals that you see back on the main part of the continent, specifically horses, oxes, or other types of working animals that you would see. Instead, you see what we in this world all would be referring to as dinosaurs. Many with saddles and or pulling wagons, being led along tame, perfectly well behaved as the common draft horse. And some of these are massive. You see Triceratops, Hadrosauruses, and on occasion, a Stegosaurus.
Liam looks so happy. He's having a good time here.
Oh crap! They do have ugly ducks.
Holy crap! They
You're
do
all
have
so
ugly ducks.
beautiful.
Yes, that's my favorite sentence of the day so far.
She eventually leads you over into this area over here.
As we're walking,
go ahead.
and I hear that sentence, I just turn to the old man. It's just like, you said you've been here before.
Yeah, I have. To the port. Over there. I stayed on the ship.
As he points to the port, you see in the middle of it, there are many ships. There's kind of two different areas. One's it's divided by a breakwater. Looking out of the port, you see 2 guard towers, and it looks like they on each side there's chains that descend into the water. Looking at it, you believe that this is a anyone's seen Avatar? The last season of Avatar, where they the Gate of Ozai, I think.
Yeah.
Where it's basically that, just with less fire. It is
imagine a lot less fire.
It is a chain. It is basically a chain gate that they can, if they give slack into it, it sinks into the water. If they crank it up, it creates a chain wall, and ships would get stuck in it and can't make it in or out of the port. It looks like a defensive measure, but in the center of the in the center of the port, you see the statue of a man. This statue is. Does it say how tall it is? I believe it's the statue standing at over 100 feet tall. It is of a man in what looks like it looks like almost carpenter clothes, and a beard, with a beard, and in his hand he holds what looks like a wooden stake, holding it up into the air, and pointing into the sun.
An older looking gentleman?
It is an older looking gentleman.
Amazing.
Liam starts to look up and is like, oh, that's too tall. That's too bright. I can't see the top.
A local commoner, a local man comes up. It's like, oh no, but you must gaze upon our statue. Please,
This is very impressive.
Yes. All must
So tall. It's real tall.
I never did figure out who the statue is in honor of, but
oh, you don't.
Henrik Van Voort.
Yes, exactly. Henrik van Volt, the notorious vampire slayer. Savior of Barovia. It is... Oh shit, hold on 1 second.
Reading a book, well, has like read a book on this and like kind of knows. It's like that's kind of bullshit. Like, he's not gonna say anything or do anything, but like,
It's handed. It's Aelred's,
like when he's like
Aelred's autobiography.
Yeah, he's reading this and he's like
Specifically, Aelred's autobiography.
No, but the way I would think about this is like Philo probably has read like all the different versions of what happened in Barovia at this point. So he's like, it goes all the way from Henrik is the world's greatest savior to Henrik is the worst person imaginable, and he's like, I'm gonna bet it's somewhere in the middle. And just like is like, sure,
Fucker.
big savior, like kind of like trying to be like not make a problem here, but is like, you all should read more, really. And just kind of like keeps walking.
1 second, I gotta find something. Where is this? It slipped my mind until today. I might just have to go off of memory if I forgot to. That's Tomb of Annihilation. Okay, it looks like it's...
Wow.
Nope.
Main protagonist of the story, and I didn't get the statue.
Yeah, you didn't get a statue.
Wow.
Maybe there's a smaller statue somewhere here in town.
You little fuck.
What?
And it's you with all the weapons, but you're carrying them like as if it's for someone else.
Yeah,
like, as if you're like I don't know what the golf assistant is.
A caddy.
The caddy, yeah.
Yeah, you straight up are a caddy.
God.
Straight up a caddy. That's what happened.
I'm the one who smited.
Yeah, but they don't remember that part.
Look, guys.
They're like you were there, I think.
I get it. You're salty.
We are.
But that's not what this is about.
No, I guess the thing that I'm saying is like I think Philo would actually have a reason to doubt it, but he's not full on the Henrik was a terrible person, but he's read like accounts that were written that are like Henrik was not a good person, and then there's this. Maybe probably by Aelred or by others. I mean, there was 5 of us there. None of us liked him.
Well, I don't know. I don't think Belwood would be publishing.
Oh no, he was. This guy continues like, he was such a good man. Have you heard the tale? Have you heard the tale that we tell of the children that are born here in Short?
No, Papa, tell me.
He was a man trapped in Barovia, lot with all of those that escaped, and they came to him for help when they were going into Castle Ravenloft to defeat the notorious vampire slayer, or the notorious vampire Strodvan Zarevich.
Liam's like trying to look interested, but he's just watching the dinosaurs.
He went in and they engaged the vampire. But the battle was not going well. Many of those had fallen around him. He was all that stands. And it was then that he prayed to the Morning Lord of the deity of Barovia to give him the strength, the power to bring down the vampire. And the Morning Lord granted this request, imbued his body with the power of 1,000 smites, and in his wooden stake, he plunged it into the dust of the vampire, ending him where he stood. But this came at a cost. For you see, while Henrik was given this ability, his body was not capable of holding the power of a deity, even for a brief moment. He was fatally wounded as he fell back, and as the party members surrounded him. The noble bard Belwick took his hand and told him, Henrik, it's okay. We'll be okay. You can rest now. And that is what he did. And they told the story to all those. And that is the story of the savior Henrik, slayer of Strodvan Zarevich.
Oh, that's the kind of hero I hope to grow up to be. I want to be like that man.
Sounds like he made his own fluff story.
Truly
Oh,
riveting.
I believe it. We should all aspire to be like that.
I definitely remember there being other people.
I'm just gonna say, all of you have at least heard something vaguely about this. However, the story is different every time.
Yeah, like that's the reason. That's the reason Philo isn't like, oh no, he's definitely lying. It's more like, I'll be honest, I got no fucking clue, and I'm not even gonna try anymore.
Right, like we've all heard this story and just humoring him.
Yeah, like that's
All
like
right.
that's the Philo thing is he's like I've heard this story so many times. There's no straight line. Somebody's lying somewhere, and everybody's lying somewhere. Like, he's just like, I don't think Henrik was necessarily a great guy, but I don't know that he was a bad guy either. I'm so fucking confused.
Did he die by insults, or did he die Tony Stark style?
Exactly. Like, odds are somewhere in the middle. In reality, exactly by insults. But that's not the point.
Exactly right.
Anyway, this guy walks away to find other looks like recent newly arrived foreigners at the dock to tell them the story of the statue.
Well, that's an occupation if ever I've seen one.
Is Henrik the equivalency of a god in this land, then? If he's going around and walking up to people? I have to know.
He's a Tony Stark. He's the Tony Stark.
Just a famous guy.
Just a famous guy? Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, like the reality of the situation, like I said, for Philo's like, I don't know if he's that good of a guy, but I'm not going to fight anybody on this.
No. Speaking of gods, as you're walking over to the area that in the square, you see a number of villas. You actually do see a couple of temples. That you do see a number of temples. The one that particularly right here, you see is a temple of Savras. Which anyone from the mainland would be aware of. And where are you? The hell? Oh, it's right. Gods of the Multiverse. Savras is, for example, god of divination and fate, and among other ones that you would have seen walking around. There's Savras Temple. Oh yes, Temple of Gond and Temple of Soon. Soon being the goddess of beauty, and Gond being let's see, god of craft. But
Very well.
Yeah.
Where were we going again?
To over here. As you approach, you find a number. She brings you to what looks like a number of very fine villas. She brings you to this particular one. And when you get there, you are greeted by a man. Where are you? There you are. There you are, my boy. This man. As he comes with you, big smile on his face, like, Sintra, you have come! Come, my friends. Come on in, you've traveled a long way. We'll get you inside. Come on in. Nice to meet you all. My name is Wakanda Otomu.
Nice to meet you, buddy. I'm still patting these mosquitoes off of me.
Yes, they're a bitch, aren't they?
These
Probably
are
been
really
bitten
big
1,000
mosquitoes.
Oh,
Like-
these are the small ones, actually.
Oh goodness, that's so exciting.
You're weird.
Exciting is not the phrase I would use.
You said you're weird.
Liam just kind of hangs his head. Well,
But it's a good attitude. It's I wish I had staff like you. Would be looks at the guards standing out, smacking the way. But they're a little beefier than you. Hey, come in. Hey, it's like and as he's walking. Anyway, I might, as I said, but to at least explain more who I am in the scene. I am one of the 7 merchant princes.
oh my goodness.
There are 7? Wow.
Yes, there are 7 of us. We are not princes in the traditional royalty sense. We are all merchants that all have we all have a particular specialty in a different market. I, for example, specialize in magical items. If you need magical potions or magical scrolls or spell ink or whatnot, come to me and I can hook you up. I assure you, no one else has any.
Shouldn't you be hooking us up before, seeing how we're going on this mission for your people? That's you. That was a big boy.
Yes.
That was Wakanda.
Yes, but I believe that the Syndra has already done that. Unfortunately, if you wish to buy from me, I am all business. You are welcome here anytime to purchase from me. But anyway, yes, you will meet other. You will inevitably, in your stay here, meet other merchant princes, and they some more than others, as some have specialties that are more accustomed to what you are looking for. Later, we'll talk about Joe Ball if you wish me to take you to Joe Ball. But as he then he, here's one of his. Oh, for God's sakes, where are you? There you go. Right. Okay. So I'll go ahead and put you on the map. Might just turn the mask off. I'm just gonna turn the mask off on this one. Is the mask even on? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
This is the first
This is where we are now.
Yeah. Yes, this is just to kind of give you a general idea. This is what all the merchant princes' villas kind of generally look like. Big ass houses, and
very, very big ass houses. Jesus Christ!
Oh God, Ducky's here. Okay.
Where's Ducky? Okay. Oh, thank you.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I just did the drag and drop and and it grabbed.
I just wanted to see his token.
Okay. Always it locks on. Okay. Yes. Sigil will get you set up. We'll get you set up in the guest room. It'll take her away. She looks like she needs some rest.
Yes, is there anything else you need directly from me? Or
If you happen to have any maps of the area, the immediate area, and anything you can provide would be very much appreciated.
I think she gave us the map already. It's the one we have.
Yeah. Like,
There's not more.
No.
Aw.
yeah, like you see Philo kind of around. Like, you mean this map? I think we have this map.
Oh,
Yeah?
well, I guess.
So something for these bugs. I'm a little light on my supplies. Misunderstanding.
Oh, for those you're gonna want to go talk to which one are you? You're gonna want to go to talk to a Kanefi.
It sounds like there's gonna be a lot of confusing names.
Hold on, I'm prepared for this. There is literally a sheet to pronounce all these things. Just scroll. They made a whole page in the book for this. What do we got? Akine Afa.
That's where I need to go.
Oh, you got business with her. Good. You go see with her.
But if that's all and yes, I give you your funds that you need, Hank.
She gives you a undisclosed amount of money that we won't go into for reasons.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to last long because he's retiring.
It is
and
what
obviously
he.
already
It is
dead.
what he needs to maybe last a good number of days. And
No faith.
it's and enough to get you the insect salve you need. But
Less money than we got, though.
Yeah, probably.
If that is all, I shall retire.
Yep. We won't keep you.
Yes, I'll always be here if you need me.
She goes into whatever. It's like, yes, let's go to the sitting room, my friends. He takes you over into this sitting room. Just want to give you a little bit of information about how the city works. As he said, the merchant princes run the show here for the most part. If you need, it's like almost whatever you need, they'll have it to sell. If you find, so long as you find the right one. In terms of what you're specifically dealing with, Akaneyafa, she'll be dealing in weapons, traveling gear, saddles, wagons, and whatnot. If you want beasts, go talk to Ifan Talroa. Ifan Talroa. I'm going to start speaking dragon speech and blow you all to hell. It's I understand you going out into the jungle. If you want to, it's like if you would like to get a guide, there are several guides for hire here in Port Nyanzaru that can assist you in your expedition. Some of them know specific locations. Others are just know what plants to bite and where you die.
They know where we'll die.
That sounds useful.
They know of a lot of things that you can and cannot eat. Specific to the Jotun jungle. If you want to get a guide, go talk to Jobol. Jobol will get you hooked up with the guide if you so wish. But,
I don't.
Go ahead.
I doubt we have the coin for that on hand.
It depends. You would have to ask each one. They go at different prices. Some of them have favors to ask.
I'd rather.
But check them out. It's totally up to all of you whether or not. But I would not. I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't at least tell you about them. Well, that's in the city. You can also participate or you can also go see the dino racing games. Quite a lot of gambling going on over there.
We don't have much time for pleasantries.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. I'm rolling my shoulders. I'm like, yep, there's no time like the present.
Very well.
Just like everybody's just got this on. Like I keep looking at everybody like he's gonna die, right? Like he's just gonna die. I'm not crazy here. Like you all assume it too.
I think he's gonna live a lifelong life. I think he's gonna live a life, not lifelong life.
I'm just gonna.
Every time you do that and look at Liam, he does like nod, like.
Yeah, like he keeps like for Philo. It's like he like all the stories he's read. Like the time somebody says it's time for my last mission for my retirement, they're obviously dead right away. It's just like, man, that dude is really dead. Like
you guys
really
gonna start
dead.
a secret pot?
Yeah, exactly.
But
I give him 2 days.
Who wants to place bets on Hank or Ducky? Who goes first?
Hank.
Wow.
Yeah, Hank.
I don't want it, but I know it.
I would give a bet on Hank too.
Yeah. But,
So while you guys do your shopping, I'll probably just get a few bits and bobs. And he's stretching and like twisting his torso, very old-fashioned stretches. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna get 1 or 2 things, and it'll take me a minute to warm these guns up. So I'll meet you back here or meet you wherever. Start like
right,
boxing.
of course, seasoned warrior, understood.
But
Yep.
yeah. But
Nods along. Yeah.
You don't want to pull a muscle in the middle of a fight.
You don't want to pull a muscle in the middle of a tuffle.
Yep. That's what I always say. I'm glad you know that one too.
But just one thing before we want to go, I should tell you about how I guess you could say law enforcement works, or how justice is delivered in this place, just to know what to expect. Those who have been committed of a crime, or a crime that is deemed serious enough, will have to run the executioner's run.
Oof. Sounds super dope. Just the title.
Simultaneously cool and terrifying.
Yes, it is basically a 200-foot long pit. They put you in it, and you have to run all the way to the other side. If you make it to the other side, then you are free to go.
Nice.
But there's also raptors in the pit, so.
Oh, that sounds
Just
delightful.
wait for the butt.
Sometimes raptors,
That
sometimes.
second part you were coming up with there, I was waiting for that.
Yes, depending on how severe it is, depends on how many raptors are in there. That, basically, don't do shit.
Understood.
Not that I expected to, I just want to tell people. We merchant princes we do our best to keep this, down a, blessed living and happy as possible, despite how dangerous it is on the outside.
Okay, I think we should all, we should definitely all get the gear we need. Doing a little research, gotta make sure we have food, we gotta make sure we have water, and apparently these mosquitoes look terrifying, so I'm gonna also expect to prepare for that too, personally.
I'm gonna get like 3 extra insect repellents, I think.
Yep, guys, remember the survival 101. You need like a bottle of water, should last you about 2 weeks, and bring and he's giving all wrong advice.
Oh my god.
Leo is actually
Just everything he says is incorrect, and like we all kind of know it.
Entertain the old man.
Where is your insect cell? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Anyway, as we've discussed before, we've done all the shopping. If there's any last-minute shopping.
Yep, shop.
Yeah, it's done. I'm gonna go to the stables and pick up Ducky.
Okay.
I assume we've assigned like a meetup point outside the city gates.
there was something I needed to do before we just yeet out into the Great Wild Yonder. I was gonna ask Wakanga if he knows what the Thundering Lizard is.
Oh, the Thundering Lizard. Yes, that's one of the 2 taverns here.
Well, if it's not a terrible slowdown for the rest of everyone, maybe we could meet up there after shopping's done, and then we could do the whole, get to know each other, since some of us were worried about the whole backstabbing.
I'll do you one better, Hank. What? I'll do you one better, Liam.
Starts talking about himself in the third person.
Yeah, I'm just facing a wall.
Yeah,
You're a little
talking to
too
me.
seasoned over there, Hank.
Yeah, he doesn't get to, don't give him the map.
Yeah. Oh God, I'll do you one better, Liam. I'll meet you there. I'll head over. I can finish my warm-ups over there.
Right, don't strain anything. As the only medical professional here, I believe, I'd rather not be looking after that immediately, please.
Yeah, I'll do my best, but you can't slow down youthful energy.
Right, of course. Well, good shopping, everyone.
And I'll meet everyone at the tavern.
Yeah.
Alright.
Will the tavern have a place for me to park Ducky?
Yes, they will have a stables.
A very specific ducky-shaped hole that Ducky walks through.
The inns are both inns. Wakanga would have told you where they're at. They're in the Red Bazaar, in the Market Ward. As soon as I fucking find it. What am I doing? Why am I using the DM map? And that's Schult. Yes, there's 2 particular inns. One is known for being able to get a good night's sleep, and the other one is
At least it's cheap.
It's not. Wouldn't say it's cheap, but a bar on the edge of a fraternity land. Rowdy.
Yikes.
Sounds like my apartment.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I like to move it nonstop.
Oh God!
A nightly festival where that song's on loop.
King Jude.
Right. Where are you? Area 18. Ah, there you are.
Right before Area 19.
Over there. Oh, and I just put the circle on the DM map. That's nice. There we are, in the market board. So they're both over there.
Alrighty.
Alright. So who's got oh, and
I'm picking up Ducky, but we don't really have to deal with that. That would
okay,
just
yeah,
be a thing I
you
do.
pick up Ducky.
Yeah, Hank just got some salve. He's pretty short-sighted, so I'm really just prioritizing the things that are immediately bothering me now, and maybe a little bit of water.
Just for RP, I think this is the point that Liam gets his armor and like gets armored up. Now he's protected.
You see Philo goes and like gets all of the usual wizard shit, and then like very much is stocking up. He's got like 2 rain catchers. He's got so much ointment, way more than is probably necessary because the mosquitoes are like gigantic and terrify him. Like he goes and buys so much shit that he doesn't need. But you notice that he has literally 0 difficulty carrying what is obviously a ton of weight.
Beefy boy.
Liam does the same, but does struggle. He's like a little short leggies. He's trying. It's all attached to his backpack, like tents, the rain catchers, everything else. There's like a cage. There's a lot happening there.
I just want you to all know that the gnome wizard has the highest carrying capacity out of all of you.
I'm glad.
Is that including Ducky?
Not including the large hadrosaur, but
That is amusing.
But yeah, y'all either dumped into strength or prioritized something else. But
I didn't.
You didn't. But
you see Hank exactly how you met him before. He has barely any equipment.
Who has aside from the shopping? Who I think I can think of at least 2 of you that.
My pack is usually pretty light.
Oh yeah, I believe there's 2 of you that wish to go talk to some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think since they're grouping up all at the tavern. We'll do that in 1 second. So, Hidan. When you leave Wakanga's villa, you notice that all the other villas you see that there are 7 villas there. And you eventually find the one with the name Akane Yafa.
All right. I want to knock on the door.
All right. You are met by a very large Cholton man with a spear. Looks like a guard. What can I do for you?
You tell him I have a meeting with Mr. Alpha.
Well, that would actually be Mrs. Alpha, but
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you said she was a. I have a.
But how dare I stab? It's you dare.
Oh, you're down 1 before Hank.
You're down.
Someone didn't die first. That's a
it's
miracle.
How
really.
dare you insult my butchered prince? It's by the way, all the guards in these places are gladiators, so it's
Do not fuck with them. Got it.
I mean, I'm go by all means.
You can't tell me who I can't 1v1.
1v1 me, bro. 1v1
Come
me.
at me, Scrub Lord.
One of these guys, I guarantee you, will take you in 1 round. It's anyway, I was like, what is your name?
Hidan.
Oh, I see. He's coming. Protestant, and he brings you over into a waiting room similar to Wakanga. The Merchant Prince will be with you soon.
Thank you.
Within a few minutes, you see this woman approach you. And so, this woman is well built, and looks like that she has seen combat and succeeded triumphantly. She has many scars, very very old scars on her face and on her arms, and whatnot. Her dress is, or her clothes are. You can kind of see they're nice. However, they are not as nice as like Wakanga. Wakanga was definitely very elegant. But she just kind of walks in and is like, "Hello, Hidan. I'm glad that you made it to Port Nyanzaru safely."
Thank you. So, tell me more about this offer.
Yes. What I need you to do is I need you to retrieve a particular magical weapon that was stolen from one of my caravans. It is I would not say necessarily the most powerful, but still very unique weapon, and I deal in those type of things, and would very much like to get it back.
What does it do? What does it look like?
It is a battle axe. Its magical properties consist mostly around water. When the axe is, you can definitely tell it's the axe if you set it in water and it doesn't sink. It will simply stay on the top as if sitting on glass. It is covered in many dwarven runes, of which these dwarven runes spell out its name.
Okay.
Which is Bob.
All right. And I get out of this is the money, right?
Yes. I will give you the funds necessary, or I can send the funds to anyone you like. If I understand that this task is dangerous, if there's someone that you would like to tell me who you would like it to be sent to, and should you not make it back, but the weapons still make it, I will still send those funds for you.
You can send it to my daughter.
I will do that. Leave this information on where to contact her, or where get a hold of her. And I promise you, should this quest be completed, that I will hold my end of the bargain no matter what your condition is.
See that you do.
And my word is gold to me, and I know what it is. I know what it is like to have to fight for freedom, or fight to get what you have.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
More information regarding the weapon's whereabouts. This is the tricky part. It was stolen from the caravan by a dragon.
Yeah, could have mentioned that one in the note.
It was not a particularly large dragon, fairly young compared to most, but dangerous enough to raid a caravan. The dragon, the locals are very much aware of its name. The dragon's name is... The dragon's name. Okay, no help with that one. I almost said what the short name. The dragon's name is Tzindalor. The female red dragon. It lives somewhere out in the jungle. It is believed that we believe that her lair is in an abandoned dwarven mine.
Any particular area to start in? Or am I just going at this very blind?
I would definitely try mines. It's rumored that she is down south somewhere.
There we go. Something to start with.
But where exactly is not sure. If you would venture in the jungle, it is quite well while you're out there, it is well within the possibility that you will spot her. She doesn't do much to hide herself when she's flying around. And it may allow you to give you an idea of where to hone in on her place. There's also some of the guides. I know at least one of the guides knows where she's at. You may need to bargain with him to get it out of him, but that is as much as I know.
Where's this guide that will know?
You'll see him around at the taverns. Jobol, the merchant prince that handles the guides, can definitely point you to him. You'll probably see his flyers down at the tavern, along with the other guides. He's a dwarf, and you can definitely tell it's him. He has only one arm. For it, which is by the way, dragon related, so he's a little touchy about that subject. But at the same time, constantly brings it up, so don't be afraid to mention it, but be prepared for a lot.
Theatrics. Understood. Hidan stands up, puts out his hand, and says, "It'll be a pleasure doing business with you."
And to you as well. I wish you luck on this quest.
Okay. And I leave.
And you leave. Going over to the tavern. Well, that was a stupid oversight. Nothing important. I'm forgetting things that I could have full asked.
Oh no. We'll never know the ass that could have been.
Oh, it's actually. Oh no, you'll know because I just remembered where it's at. Luckily, I prepared for this for my other game. It just happened to coincide. But anyway, back at the tavern. I'm assuming you go to the tavern first, Liam. As
Yeah.
start shopping. Let's see. Okay. And you go into the Thundering Lizard Tavern, and it is rowdy. There's a lot of there's a lot of bars. They're playing high beat music. You see drinking competitions. As you're
A lot.
yeah. It is full blown like Hobbit unexpected journey dinner scene.
Oh my goodness.
Eventually you see a familiar guy who is on the other end of one of these drinking games.
Oh, of course
And
he is.
and it looks like he's winning, and it actually his opponent falls, and he stands. Oh yes, no one can defeat the valiant Volothump Gedam. Oh,
Would never dream of it, Volo.
Liam.
Hello. He'll waddle over.
Yeah. You're here, my boy. Oh.
The insects are terrible and wonderful. It's so good to see you.
Oh, you're right, my boy. Oh. What, he goes up to stand and realizes that's a bad idea. It's like, oh, and down we go. Okay.
Liam will, like, try and help him back into his seat with both hands. It's like, whoa now.
Oh, no, I'm
How long have you been here?
I've got here, what time is it?
Too late.
Okay, because the sun was not up yet.
Of course it wasn't.
No. Anyway, my boy, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. You got my letter, I assume.
Absolutely. Pulls it out. Pulls it up proudly.
Anyway, so here's what I need you to do for me, my boy. The locals have been telling me of some frog people, and we know for a fact that the frog people exist. But I don't know anything about anything directly about the civilization. They're quite secretive, and they tend to live in old ruins. There's at least a number of tribes out there, but there's one in particular that I got some word on that I need you to possibly go check out for me and confirm. And
Well, do you need some water?
Yes, water. What? There's water and ale, right?
Oh no, you're not wrong, but
It's definitely not right either.
It's like he drinks something, or probably tonic. That or gray rock vodka.
oh goodness.
Anyway, would you happen to have a map? I have a general area where it's at.
I don't think Liam was left with the map. Does he have his own?
There's only one.
I don't have the map, but my associates happen to have one, and they should be along whenever they're done getting supplies.
Okay. I can maybe point. I think I can explain it to you. Is the best I can. One moment.
There's a split second where he thinks about offering the spell shard to Volo, but in his state is like,
It's like the words actually come out.
Right, it's just gonna be like incomprehensible later. So he's just like, we'll wait for the map.
Yeah, I would say Philo's probably the one who like snagged the map as like we were all getting ready, because he's just like pack muling it a little bit as a 3.5 foot tall gnome, and probably is like the only thing he would have done is be asking about the ruins of Mesero around, and we can go over that in a minute. But like that's like the only thing I wanted to do like while out shopping, because like I wasn't given a person to go talk to, just trying to figure that out.
Okay. Actually, I do have something for that.
Okay.
Where?
I'll say Philo strolls up and like Liam's like looking like really needs the map, and he's like okay, and like hands it off.
Oh, by the way, this is a picture of Volo.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy.
And here's a tavern map. I just remembered where it was at.
Yay!
I might update this later to make it look a little more chalty, but this is
right.
This is one of my generic custom-made tavern maps. But anyway, it's rumored where are you? There you are. All right.
I imagine this is what it's like trying to get information out of him too.
So, you follow. From what I was told, you follow the river Tariki. If you follow that, you hit a big gorge.
Oh, okay.
And when the gorge comes to an end, you go south from there. It should be. They say it could be 1 to 3 days travel from there. But that's my best description of where it's at.
Right, it's a lovely description, Volo. Thank you.
From my understanding, it's an old temple. It's an old temple. As I change accents mid sentence,
You know, it do be like that.
He's real drunk. Let's not act like he probably isn't just like dropping everything he knows.
The locals are wearing off on me. It's rubbing off on me. I love them. I love you all. They all cheer.
They love you.
But specifically, looking on the map, the river Chiriki is actually the one that leaves out of Port Nyanzaru.
Oh, okay.
Actually, one of two. It's the east one. It's labeled a. Oop, is this not working? Why is this not working? Can I not draw shit on this?
The greatest curse of all.
That ain't right. Oh, what in the hell am I doing? I'm on the fucking player side. Okay. I do that in the other game too. Yeah, so that here I just put a square over the where it's labeled.
Okay.
But particularly like the gorge that he may be talking about is there.
Strong, maybe.
Yeah. But he said south of there, give or take. That's as much as I know. It's quite dangerous out there. I'd go myself, but that is
Great,
not,
of course.
that's not how the Volo do.
No, it would never be. But don't worry, there's a bunch of questionable and very strong mercenaries accompanying me. I'm sure everything will be fine. They're not at all suspicious in the slightest. It's gonna be fine.
That's good.
What?
That's good. Are you interested in buying my book?
I bet they would be. I'll run it by them. Or they're coming later. You could, in your state. Well, we'll worry about that later.
I'll be here. I assure you.
I have no doubts about that whatsoever, sir.
Tell them if they want to buy Vorlo's Guide to Monsters that it is but a mere 50 gold pieces.
That's a gold number. It certainly is. What specifics are you looking for about these delightful frog people, or is it just anything you can get for your book?
That's good to ask. Although I got definitely a couple of bullet points I definitely want.
Oh boy.
I'll take whatever you can get, my boy. But specifically, what is the social structures like? Who are the leaders? What's their leadership like? What are the gods they worship, if any at all? Is it a frog god or is it a human god? What is its name? And how do they survive? And anything about the from what I understand, this place is a ruin. Also, what is its name? Anything?
He's like looking,
the same
nodding.
question for the third time.
Hope you're writing all this down.
What is he? Yes, that's about as much as I can think of without knowing anything specific about what they got going on.
Absolutely. Are there, I don't suppose, what with your exquisite knowledge of monsters and such, you could give us any additional heads up? Not that I doubt my companions, they all seemed quite capable.
About those in the jungle or those in the book? Because I can tell you, we could go all day about beholders.
Do you think there's beholders in there?
You think they're not? But when a beholder thinks about it enough, then they will be.
Oh no, I hate that.
I'm not kidding. He deadpan stares at it, looks into yours. I'm not kidding. That's how they reproduce.
Flicks is oh no.
But I've not heard any reports of one.
Delightful.
Well, there was one a really long time ago, but they don't know where it's at. Haven't seen it in years.
Say,
That doesn't
so-
comfort me at all.
so, how well do you know Syndra, by the way? She
Syndra!
had a fun little, request for us, too. Did she mention that to you?
Oh, she said something about the death curse. People are talking about it here. It's quite awful. I tell you what, since the resurrection thing is no longer a thing, the dino racing has been a lot more interesting.
Oh. How is that, by the way? They're well looked after.
Yes.
Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
This guy is drunk
yeah.
enough, he requires disadvantage if he's lying, I'm just saying.
22?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, this guy is drunk as shit.
You get maybe he's like depends on your definition of treated good.
You know, they're not, are they?
Well, I guess it's a two-way street. The jockeys tend to have little horse whips,
Oh no.
but also some of the dinosaurs have teeth, and
Right.
we'll use them back.
Oh.
There's a baby
Oh, good
dinosaur.
for them.
I think there's a baby Tyrannosaurus in there.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, there's you should definitely see. Oh, it's quite a sight to see. You got to see it when you get the chance. If you're back in town, I'm reading my book right now. This is not the book I need to be looking into. As I myself have Volo's books right next to me as well.
Yay.
You should just like he pulls up like a scorecard and of stuff and goes to it looks like a bunch of names. Like, yes, you gotta go check it out. You got Big Honker, Ooptow's favorite, Banana Candy,
Oh my
Bone
God.
Crusher, Grung Stomper, Scarback, Nasty Boy, Jungle Princess,
Oh my god.
and Mountain Thunder.
I love them all.
These are great names.
Yeah, yes, that Nasty Boy too. You whip him the wrong way, and
Oh no, you never mess with the nasty boy.
he's on his third jockey this month.
Oh my goodness. That's so much murder. Good for him.
Oof.
Does, I guess, because Philo's in the bar, would he notice that made you very uncomfortable to say, or that you actually enjoyed saying so much murder good for him?
I don't know if it would require an insight, but he's, like, as present, he seems pretty open, and it seems more of an expression of, yay for the animal not getting murdered for once, is the sentiment.
Makes sense, okay.
He
Yeah.
seems less concerned with the rider than, the animal's okay, good for it.
Yeah. But yeah, check that out when you get the chance.
Of course.
Oh, beside what? If you get to it, here's another one. There's apparently out there. I don't know if this is true. Some people say it's mere rumor. Some claim to have seen it. There's apparently they're lobster people.
Lobster people.
Yeah, we'll check if you find those. They tend to be in the swamps. If you happen to run into them.
What's known about them? Are they shy or, the stabby sort that everyone warns us about?
From based on how no one's seen them, reclusive.
I look forward to meeting them.
That's as much as I got for you, my boy.
Well, it's an incredible amount. somehow sounds a little less daunting than, trying to solve the death curse. That's not exactly what I woke up this morning thinking I was heading here for. But, I'll see what I can do, but, I'm here for you, Volo. I'll let you get back to your drinks.
Very good, very good. We'll see you around, my boy. Drinks all around!
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah. Alright. So with that, I want to go out and ask, because how are people on time?
I'm good.
I could go for another 45 minutes to maybe an hour, probably.
Yeah, I'll push it for 10:30, and then I'll disappear on you guys.
Okay, Demandre?
You muted?
Gone. It's already there you go.
No, I was like, I have to head out.
You gotta head out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess we'll wrap it there before we get into the jungle stuff.
Yay.
And we'll start next weekend. In the tavern, you can see a number of the guides, and we can check out what all those bulletins say, in case you're interested.
Can we get is there a written version of that?
There's visual versions of it.
Okay.
I can get.
Because it would be cool if we could look at that in between sessions. Just peruse it.
Yeah, I can put the image. I can make a channel for it.
Where's this at in our stuff?
What?
Oh, let's see. Did I make one for? The rest, I guess we can hang out and just look at that for now. If we're gonna do it, if we're gonna get a chance to look at it in between, I guess we'll look at it now. Right, what do we got here? Tomb. I don't want to do character art. We'll put under campaign files, because that's what that chat is for. Here's what I'll get them in after session. I'll get them up. I'll just share them in Fantasy Grounds now, since the people that are here are still in it, and we can. It's gonna be these exact same images. I just have to copy them from my sources.
Yeah.
And then upload them from there. But let's see, go to images, handouts. Oh, right, he's not here. So here's one of them. Here's Azaka Stormfang. So particularly with her, just to point out the big parts. So she does have a daily fee with a 30-day upfront. However, wait a minute. She does have a quest that you could opt to do. To go to Firefinger. And to retrieve a stolen wooden mask from Firefinger. She would go with you on this, and should you complete this quest for her, she will waive all fees.
Huh.
That sounds pretty good.
All right, another.
But we would have to pay her still the
Sure.
upfront fee until
You would at least need to have the money to pay
It would
her,
be like a deposit, yeah.
and but she would give it back to you she would refund you if you when you completed the quest. She just needs the upfront to assure that you don't just like
Leave.
Yeah.
Or just like, we're gonna go to Firefinger, but first 15 other stops.
Well,
yes.
yeah. I mean, we could do that.
We just have to keep paying her for the
No,
5
because we
gold per day
would
now.
waive. Yeah, we would just need a huge amount of money that we wouldn't have to
Yeah.
pay.
If you went there pretty quick,
That's so much money, though. That's like, what is that? That's like 120, 100 how many gold?
150. 150.
150 gold pieces up front.
if she does the party even have that?
I have like 9 or 10 gold in my name.
I have a solid 8. I have a solid 7 gold.
So
Yo.
apparently, Felix was not updated. That's why. Oh yeah. Philo. Oh yeah, Philo. So I was doing the math earlier.
Yep.
And I think I got to like, what did it get down to? I got down to that second spell, that like second $50 or 50 gold slot, and then the medicine.
Okay, so how for the healers kits, how many uses do I get per?
10.
Oh, then just like 2. It's just
Then just
10
2.
golds worth.
Okay, because that was 50
Yep.
golds worth of
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
and I was like,
Yeah, just
holy
2.
shit. That means like that was like that's 100 instances of someone going to 0 hit points. It was
Yeah, I think he's just gonna have 2 of them.
What does
I know-
the kit do exactly?
it's a
Stabilize me.
yeah, it's when you go to stabilize someone, it's an auto stable.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice.
But it has uses.
It's like the that cantrip, Spare the Dying.
Yes, it is the item version of that. Okay, so hold on. I need to. My calculator got reset. So okay, so you had 40 minus 50 minus 10 minus.
Oh shoot, I
2
should have.
minus
Wow.
5 minus. They're 5 gold apiece, so that's 10, 63. So you would have 63, and did you want to get a second use of that, or do you want to keep that 50? Because you have 60.
I think I'm gonna save the 50 probably for now. Actually, like I'm thinking about it, and odds are I'm gonna have the inks and stuff. And if I find something that I can scribe, good. If I can't, then whatever. I think it's the mindset I'm gonna take Philo with. He's more worried about being well over prepared for the journey than he is about being able to transcribe a spell. Because hang on, so the only question I have, if I level up, do I still have to transcribe the spells in order to use them?
No, those are free.
Okay, I thought so. I was just double checking.
Yeah, the 2 spells you get per level, those are automatic. Otherwise, holy shit, like Jarvis would have been useless.
To be fair, I'm asking the question because like I read the wizard thing like in depth, and it didn't like it said that it was free, and then there was a couple of like the optional things that can happen, and I'm like, I'm gonna double check that this optional thing is not a part of this because we gonna be broke as fuck.
Alright, so so I'll put 2 healers kits in your thing. So your current gold is at 63. I'm gonna refresh the. So just to let everyone know what their current gold amount is, you currently between all of you have 145 gold pieces. And then there's a bunch of silver. I would say that Azaka would be willing to, if you take if you say we're going, like yes, we are in fact going, and gonna put that on the relatively high on the priority things to do, or up, first.
Yeah.
Then she'll cut it to a 15 day advance. And
That's fair.
Yeah, she'll mostly just want to see that you have it.
Yeah, so if something, so that she can for sure get paid.
Yeah, she won't necessarily she won't take it from you. She just like show me you got the money and cool. And if you dish me in the jungle, I mean, I'm better at it than you. So,
where, I mean, that's the question we're gonna ask there. But Firefinger, it's not a. Is it a place that's marked on the map already?
It is not, but she knows where it's at, and
I imagine it's near the Peaks of Flame.
it is not. It is much closer. I will show you where. I'm gonna say that she's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that she's in this bar, and just to clarify these things to streamline this, because you can literally go and ask all of them. They all,
Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to get a sense of like where things are at, because I think Philo, because it has to do with the ruins of Mesro. He knows where Mesro is, but his goal, he wants more information about it. But he understands. Philo is definitively going to be the guy who is trying to over prepare. That's what he's going to be. So he's going to ask a lot of questions.
So here's what I'm going to actually use that interactive thing now, that I may have had to do a lot of photoshopping to do. But see, the thing is, in Fantasy Grounds Unity, unlike in Classic, where the image that you put in is the image that you get, I can make layers and turn them on and off.
That's better.
And so I built over the player side mask over top of the full map, so I can hide what I want and reveal what I want. I will probably use the traditional mask at some point if I reveal a large mask area and as we're exploring. But Firefinger was a particularly small one, and it's how close it is. If you see where it's at, do you see where it's at now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's actually not. It's only a few days trip from Mesro.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And it's in the direction that Volo was talking about too. Just
we're going to need a chart to keep track of all these locations.
Sure, at a certain point, we're going to be able to figure stuff out. I will say, I think Philo's going to do alright, she talked about everybody's got their own fucking jobs here. What are the jobs so we can actually plan this? Because,
I figured that would come up once we sat down together.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to see the other guides?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Because Azaka seems really, really, could be beneficial if we could complete the task. Then again, going on a task for somebody who regularly traverses the jungle at level 1 seems like a really good way to die, too. So, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
That's how they make their business.
I was born in this jungle.
I won't stay for that, so I'll take off from now, guys. I will still be able to message and look through whatever info goes up on the Discord.
Okay. I'll try to keep the streams updated or on YouTube.
That would be good. That would be very good. If I have good internet is the only thing, but if I have time, I will do it.
The sessions probably won't be as long. This one, I mean, we just peaked over 2 hours, and we're just doing this, so it won't be as long as Strahd used to be. So
yeah, no problem. All right, guys, have a good night.
Have a good.
And I look forward to maybe if you keep Hank alive, I'll just play Hank the whole way through.
Yeah.
The last survivor.
Yeah. Hank literally stated all of the movie tropes of is about to die a horrible death, and it was great.
Yep.
Every time one of us can every time he gets a certain amount of XP, he just gets an extra hit dice and nothing else.
What even would his subclass be? That would be so
No, he
fun.
doesn't have a class.
I thought he had a fighter.
He's just a guard.
He is.
I'm an NPC.
I have him on Yeah, because this was found out in the last 2 days, and
Right.
I was like, you're getting an NPC. I can't.
Yeah.
I found out like last night. I was like, I cannot pull out a full ass character out of my ass tonight. So,
The only PC flavor to him is that 1 feat. Everything else is just an NPC.
oh yeah. Anyway.
I'll have bragging rights though. I'm gonna mouth off about it if I've survived.
Yeah,
Tomb of Annihilation
gonna-
with an NPC.
the funny thing is,
He's gonna survive to the session before you get it, and then that beholder that Volo may or may not be.
Right, the jungle
Oh my gosh!
beholder.
It just appears, snatches him, and disappears.
you know
Or
what?
kills him and disappears.
You know what the really funny thing is? You didn't actually. He didn't really do anything.
No.
Yeah. We'll see. He'll probably get eaten. Nah,
Will
I
be
think
good
he's gonna
bait.
stick around. I think he'll survive 3 sessions.
He's surrounded by level 1 PCs. It's not like we're exactly healthy. Like, the
He's
reality
got-
is right now we're gonna die as easily.
I'm pretty
How
sure
much
he's tied for
HP does
health.
everyone have? We're level 1 babies.
I have 11.
I have 9. With an AC of 10.
Yo.
I have 18 for my AC.
Oof.
Hank has 11.
Personally.
Yeah.
My AC is
That's not bad for HP.
No, but you will surpass me in no time.
No.
What are you at?
11. Yeah.
I
So
only have
you're actually
10.
tied. I think we're tied for the most,
Yeah.
except for
Nope.
maybe Hidan.
You're all
Keep me
within.
alive.
You're all within 4 of each other.
Oh.
The highest is 12. The lowest is 9.
Okay, Hidan is.
That. Although that is how. Yeah. So here's the concerning part. A Hedrosaurus, Ducky, they roll 3d10s plus 3.
Ooh.
So
They could have 5 health.
that's an.
Wait, that was on HP? Oh
Yes.
no!
They
I
have
wanted to take
they have an
average.
average. They have an average of what's their default average?
Can I just have average? I wanted average.
Why? What did you get?
So their average is 19. He got 10.
I want
Oh.
average.
Ducky's gonna
Can I
die.
have average?
Oh no.
I feel like I should have been
roll
offered average.
3d10s.
Okay. I appreciate the.
Watch this be lower.
9 HP.
21.
Fine.
All right, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'm much happier.
All
With
right.
that. Thank you. I don't want my Hadrosaurus to die immediately.
Yeah, all right. He will.
I want him to at least outlive Hank.
Right.
By the way, you'll find Hank was at the bar the whole time. He found fellow guards, and he's just talking to them, just still trying to convince. They like his rat story. Yeah, they like that.
And our entire group was like, whoa, wow, what a rat. Yeah. Ooh. Mm.
I think I'm gonna head out
Exciting.
to now, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
nice
Yep.
to see you guys next week, except for Henrik. I don't know why I singled you out like that. That was unnecessary. Anyway, see you later. See you guys.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Night.
So do
Me.
you two
Oh.
want to still see the guides, or do you want to end it here?
Yes, I do. I want to see.
I'm gonna hop to bed, so I'll catch up on that info later.
If it's just you and me, you don't need to go over it with me, and we can just post it and figure it out from there, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yee.
All right. Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
Well,
sounds
yeah.
good. I'll bounce. I'm really excited for the moment that people figure out the reason I have a Warhammer. That's all I want to say.
I'm so
Can't wait.
excited. Also, like, everyone else super well armed, and who I brought, top tier. I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that discussion of, like, so what is everyone's specialties?
So why the fuck are you all here? Like, I know why I'm here, and we were told everybody has their own reasoning. So why the fuck are you all here?
Yeah.
If I'd had like maybe 2 more brain cells, I would have had like Liam invite everyone to be like, "Yo, here's why I'm here. You can come talk to my friend with me." Like I ain't got half the sus baggage y'all do.
Yeah, well, hope this first session was at least fun. It was. I figured I was pretty sure you weren't gonna touch the jungle, based on how much time we had. And
Right. Gotta get that tasty RP.
And as expected, some delays at the front on just not. And I'm not talking about the meeting thing. I was also getting shit put together up until the last minute.
How dare the DM be preparing for his own game?
Yeah, no, I was just sitting there like in this meeting for the last like probably hour over how long it was supposed to go. It was like this better end, this better end, this better end, this better end. And I was like sitting there like kind of shaking with like I got D&D to play. Y'all motherfuckers better stop. Like I'm just sitting here, and then all of a sudden they were like, "All right, and we're gonna go around the room once, see if anybody's got some questions." And this was at like 4:45. And literally every single person in this like 7-person meeting, besides me, had a question that somebody decided to take like 5 to 10 minutes to answer. And I'm like, God, why? Why? No, stop asking. Oh, I hate people. That being said, that meeting got moved up to 3 o'clock next week, so even if it does go for 2 hours, which it shouldn't, should only be an hour, I will be right on time for D&D. So that's going to be the net benefit here.
Okay.
You guys have a good night. Thanks for the game.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.